Hello everyone, welcome to SJ's classes and yet another video lesson on the paper Introduction to Literary Studies Part 1, which is a core paper prescribed by the University of Kerala for study in the first semester under the BA English degree program. 2020 admissions to be specific. To access video lessons related to other topics in this particular paper, use the link that I have posted in the description box. It's the poem Do Not Stand at My Grave and Weep, written by the American poet Mary Elizabeth Frye, that I will discuss today. Here is an introduction to the poet. Mary Elizabeth Frye was an American poet and florist. Florist is someone who grows and sells flowers. She was born on November 13th, 1905 in Dayton, Ohio. We don't know much about Frye's childhood except that she lost her parents very early, at the age of 3. She is best known as the author of the poem Do Not Stand at My Grave and Weep, written in 1932, which was also voted as Britain's most popular poem in a 1996 poll. Fry continued to write, often to support animal charities, but none of her subsequent works matched the impact of that first one, which was Do Not Stand at My Grave and Weep. She passed away in 2004 at the age of 99. Let me also tell you the story behind the composition of this particular poem that we are about to discuss today. As I said earlier, it was written in 1932 when she was 28 years of age. In 1932, a young Jewish girl from Germany named Margaret Schwarzkopf stayed in Fry's house. Margaret's mother was ill in Germany, but she was afraid to visit her. Anti-Semitic unrest was increasing, so if Margaret had decided to go to Germany, she could have been imprisoned or killed. While she was staying in the US, her mother died. The girl's loss was increased by the fact that she didn't have a chance to talk to her mother before she died. The girl's grief deeply touched Fry, who knew too well what it meant to lose your mother and who had to soothe her own loss somehow since she was 3. So Mary Elizabeth Frye, she understood the intensity of the impact because she herself had lost her mother when she was 3 years of age. The poem was actually written on a paper shopping bag, and later on Fry commented that the words just came to her exploring the idea of life and death. She wrote the poem from the point of view of the girl's mother in order to give hope and comfort to this young girl who had suffered so much. The poem was shown to friends but was never formally published or given copyright, but it has been read countless times at funerals around the world. This is perhaps the only surviving poem of Mary Elizabeth Frye. Since 1932, when the poem was composed, it has been written on thousands of bereavement cards and read on thousands of funerals. The identity of the author of the poem was unknown until the late 1990s when Frye revealed that she had written it. So it was written in 1932, but it was only in 1990 that Frye revealed the authorship behind the poem. Her claim to the poem was confirmed in 1998 after a research done by Abigail Van Buren, who was a newspaper columnist and also a person responsible for the popular column Dear Abby. So that was an introduction to both the poet and the poem. Now let's read the poem. Do not stand at my grave and weep, I am not there. The poem begins on an imperative tone as if the speaker is trying to give some sort of a command to the readers. The speaker says, Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. The first line also discloses the present status of the speaker. The speaker is beyond the grave, which means that she confronted her death and now she is beyond that. I do not sleep. I am a thousand winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. The speaker says that she does not sleep anymore, meaning that she isn't dead anymore and that she lives in everything that you see around you. She uses metaphors like the winds that blow, the diamond glints on snow, sunlight on ripened grain, gentle autumn rain to convey her presence. She uses these expressions actually to comfort and to comfort the readers and also to give the reassurance that she isn't dead anymore. Let's continue reading. When you awaken in the morning's hush, I am the swift uplifting rush of quiet birds in circle flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. The poet or the speaker uses various imageries, again to give comfort and hope to the readers. Please remember that this poem was written from the perspective of Shostakovich's mother. That's why we hear a lot of reassurance, words of reassurance and hope being portrayed here. The poet or the speaker says that she is present among the birds that fly in circles and also in the stars or amongst the stars that shine at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry, I am not there, I did not die. So the poet or the speaker concludes by reiterating her earlier statement that she is not really gone. And she also asks readers not to mourn over her absence. She is not dead as she is present in everything that we see around. So that is where the poem comes to an end. So it's a short poem, but it's pregnant with ideas of hope and reassurance. It's a powerful poem for people who deal with grief, especially who deal with the absence or the death of people in general. It actually provides them with some sort of consolation and satisfaction, and it also teaches us how to value the ones that have passed away from here, from us. And in that regard, it's indeed a powerful poem. Thank you so much for being with me. I will see you in another video lesson. Thank you.